What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Loading Podcast. My name is AJ.
And my name is Arthur. It is August 21st, 2019, coming at you back at it again with episode 9 of the Loading Podcast. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Ooh.
But in the middle of a hot-ass day.
Yo,
It's a hot summer day today.
Yeah, this is August in New York City, so you already know that it's going to be ridiculously hot for no reason.
Yeah, and it's going to rain later. Humidity and rain and just don't go together. Oh my goodness.
Listen, you know how it is with me and rain. I almost always accept it. I welcome the rain because, one, I find it relaxing, and two, when I'm at my job, nothing happens. So yeah, that's like a double benefit for me. So rain, yo, come on over.
It is relaxing. I just don't like to get caught in the rain without an umbrella.
Yeah.
When I have an umbrella, though, it is kind of relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like the humidity part, honestly.
Mm-hmm. You know what sucks, though? Yo, tell me, like, when you're walking outside. This happened to me one day in my job, right? When you're just walking outside and you're just trying to get back into the building that you were in or just trying to get back home, and then all of a sudden it starts pouring hard as if God himself literally is sending the Earth's water supply on top of you. And then you just get drenched.
Out of nowhere. And then everything's like you basically took a shower at that point. I'm about to get my Jaden Smith on. How can the rain be real if our eyes aren't real?
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're really doing that.
Huh? Nah, I'm trolling.
Yo, speaking of Jaden and water, wasn't he doing something?
Oh yeah, Flint. Yeah, he was doing something.
Yeah,
little initiative, water.
Yeah, it's good that he's actually doing that. But anyway, yo, we have a lot of gaming news today. We have a very, very big topic regarding Marvel and Sony that we'll get into later on.
Yeah, true.
But first off, I want to talk about something that I'm actually very excited for.
Okay, all right. So what's going on?
So Yakuza 3 is actually confirmed to be coming over here. But to be fair, I think it was already out in Japan. But basically what is happening is that Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 is going to get like the Dark Souls trilogy treatment where they're all going to come into one game or like one bundle that you get to pay, which is I think like $60. But they are releasing the games individually. Right now Yakuza 3 is out, so if you actually want to get it, do it.
All right, so I understand that you're a big Yakuza fan. Have you played Yakuza 3?
No. I started with 0, and I was making my way to the series.
Okay.
Initially, I was going to actually consider getting the PlayStation Now subscription to actually play 3, 4, and 5, because you could technically play it on the PS4 right now.
Right.
But I was like, that service I've always had a sketchy experience with. So I figured I'd just wait until news like this comes out. And then I find this out randomly on a Tuesday.
I have one question, though. What is the pricing going to be? How much?
They only disclosed the price for the collection, 3, 4, and 5, and it's $60.
Okay,
so
all right.
My best bet is that either the games are either going to cost between $20 or $30.
Probably $30.
Because it's Sony.
Yeah, it is Sony.
It is Sony, so they're probably going to price it at like $30. Be like, oh, you can just get the collection that comes later on for $60.
That's good. And what's good with the other Yakuza games? Yakuza 1 and 2.
1 and 2 is already out.
On PS4?
Yes, that's Kiwami remakes. The 3, 4, and 5, they're not getting the Kiwami treatment, which is essentially like making it from the ground up as like its own standalone thing.
So from what I understand, Yakuza 3 it's not a remake. It's just an upscaling.
Yeah, it's essentially bringing it to the PS4.
Right.
Just upscaling it.
Do you think that they would have any plans of bringing the original Yakuza 1 and 2, just like what they're doing with this along with the Kiwami games?
Well, for Yakuza 1 and 2, I don't really see a point because we already have 1 and 2.
They're exactly the same, right? But they're just
exactly
made from the ground up.
Yes, they're basically like. They look like different games.
Okay, I'm just asking for context because I still don't know too much about Yakuza.
Yes, which you should get on. I'm just saying, Yakuza is, ooh, it's a very unique game and series in general. But at its foundation and at its core, it's a great series. I mean, do you not like playing as a gigantic Japanese man? Beating the shit out of other Japanese gangsters.
I just like seeing him drop pick people out of windows from the neck up in slow motion.
Like the one I showed you from Zero.
That one scene you showed me from Yakuza.
That's the beginning scene where it's lit in one of the beginning fights where he literally drop kicks the shit out of one guy from a window and then he manages to catch himself.
But the window
only extended to the bottom of his neck. Mm-hmm. So he literally kicked him head first out the window, and his entire body just flew up and out of the window. It was crazy.
And he's not dead.
He held on for dear life, but that was
no. I'm talking about the guy he kicked. He's not dead.
I know, that's crazy.
Because Kiryu doesn't kill people. He's like Batman. Doesn't kill people.
Kill people. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
anyway,
that's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what else is going on? Gamescom was just passed not too long ago.
Actually, I think it's going right now.
Still going on?
Yeah.
Until what day?
I think till this Friday. Because when I was searching up news, it said like Gamescom Day 1, and then it was like in the past 24 hours. So I think it's happening right now as we speak.
Okay, so but you know what I was really excited for? Mm-hmm. I know that the Avengers gameplay had leaked weeks ago, back when it was announced at E3.
Yes.
But I didn't like looking at that low quality trash. No offense, like I get it, get your leaks off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at least get that fucking Elgato inside, my guy. Like, come on, bro. Yes. I need to see that HD gameplay. Not something that looks like it was recorded off a toaster. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, they dropped some gameplay for the Avengers, and it looks exactly what I thought it would look like. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand a lot of people were expecting like some game that was deeper in combat, but I feel like what we got was pretty cool.
Like, here's the thing, and I think I actually mentioned this in the first episode, going back to E3 when it first got announced, officially is what I mean. One of our friends made a comment when he saw the gameplay. He was like, "It doesn't look like a mind-blowing, like, changing the style gameplay. It just looks like a good Avengers game."
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
That's actually pretty good. Wait, I've heard actually good things about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, that's also
I've
on
actually heard some pretty good.
Marvel's making a lot of moves out here that we're also going to be talking about later in the podcast.
Oh, yes.
But one thing that I want to say, though, is one question for me is, I just want to know, like, I see that this prologue is a mission structure and it's a vertical slice, but I want to know more. Is this game open world, bro?
I want to say no. I feel like this is
was Kingdom Hearts 3 open world or semi-open world?
I have not. I'm gonna.
What
be
about
honest.
Final Fantasy 15? I know you have 15.
Final Fantasy 15 is open world.
It's open world.
It's open world.
So, because I know Square Enix can do open world games.
Yes.
I'm just very intrigued to know that this is going to be an open world. Because keep in mind, this is just a vertical slice.
Yes.
This is a mission structure. We don't know what the actual free roam would look like if there was one, hypothetically. Mm-hmm. But if there was one, I would damn sure like to see it.
Yes,
but definitely. I wanted to take place in New York, not San Francisco.
Yes. Here's the thing, though. Like, this is the approach that I feel like they're going to be taking. They're kind of going to be like, maybe you have like a central hub, like the Avengers headquarters kind of thing.
Oh,
where you get to run around and everything in. However, the gameplay itself is going to be mission based or level based, is what I find it's going to be. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm more starting to believe what you're saying, but I still would like an open world though.
Who wouldn't?
Open world adventures, bro.
Yo, imagine
to any Avenger.
Yo, imagine playing as the Hulk and jumping around high as shit, destroying things.
Oh my god! Imagine being Black Widow on a motorcycle.
Dude, imagine being Iron Man.
Flying in, yeah.
At the speed of sound.
And there's already a Spiderman game out.
Mm-hmm.
And that game is amazing, by the way. Yes. I might put some in the background. Depending on how I feel. But
alright, yo.
Yo, also the Hulk. The Hulk gameplay looks awesome, bro. So gruesome. Do you just like how he's just screaming? He's just screaming and just like saying like die. And
I will say
these people are dead, bro.
Yes. How are you living through a gigantic green behemoth stomping on you? You know they have to literally make armor just for like when they deploy these soldiers. Look at
this! Look at this!
Okay, yeah,
this man dead. clapped 2 soldiers, bro.
And then they expect them to be alive afterwards. They're fucking expendable. That's what.
But it's a video game, though. You got to suspend disbelief.
If they're alive, I call bullshit. I literally call bullshit.
But it's not gonna be like Arkham. It's not gonna be like Arkham where it's like, yo,
Oh no, Arkham always comes up with some weird things that proves that Batman didn't kill people. Like, I don't know if you remember in Arkham...
You can see their heartbeat and shit and be like, yo, unconscious.
Yes. No, but I was gonna say, what was the final game? Arkham Knight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how he had the freaking tank?
Uh-huh.
Yo, he was shooting people with rockets and bullets, but you wanna know what those bullets were made out of? Rubber. It literally said when they were introducing the Batmobile with the Bat tank.
That's bullshit, but okay.
Literally said we have like the bullets were made out of rubber that provided enough stopping power to only concuss and knock them out, not to kill. But then here's what makes no sense.
Bruce Wayne's rich. I might be able to believe it, but
okay,
them bullets don't look like rubber bullets, bro.
No, and
that's all I gotta say about that.
All right, and then how do you explain the rockets? You're literally shooting rockets at people, if you so choose. That is true. Living off of that?
That is true. Can I also say that this big motherfucker should have broken this bridge a long time ago?
Yes.
Like you think he could dead jump like this and get away? I doubt it.
No. Oh, I know this guy can jump way higher than this.
No, I know you can jump higher.
But all I say, like, okay, out of all the characters that they've shown, would you say Hulk is your favorite?
I would say either Hulk, Iron Man, or Captain America.
I liked Thor. Because, one, it did remind me of Kratos from God of War 4. Because you saw where he was actually, like, twirling up the hammer.
Oh, yeah. How can I forget Thor?
Literally threw it. Yo, he literally threw it and then stuck someone with just pure electricity.
All right.
That was cool.
Hulk, Iron Man, Thor. That's it. Sorry, Captain. Sorry.
Captain's gone. See, like,
that's my top 3, though. But, hey. You know, they also said all the DLC... all the future characters will be
future characters.
Yes, they haven't announced all the characters yet. Remember?
So wait, it's not.
You remember in the teaser they
announced
Ant-Man in the teaser.
Oh, I completely forgot.
They're gonna add more characters, and later on, and when they do, they'll be free.
Ooh, okay. You know what? Props to you, Square Enix, for actually doing that. Now, that's certainly better than another company I know that's in a little bit of some fire right now. But we ain't gonna mention it.
Yeah, okay.
We ain't gonna be mentioning that because that's already been covered to death at this point. But anyway, yo.
The art style for this looks beautiful too, can I just say?
Yes.
But alright, what else was at Gamescom?
Yo, Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Can I just say, and we have I put this in the notes that we have here. What the fuck was happening?
Alright, let's start with the positives though. Let's start with the positives. Art style is cool.
Art style looks
graphics
great.
Looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it for me.
That was so quick. That's all the positives that you could think of. Voice acting was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the voice acting, the cast,
good.
Yeah, the cast cool too. Yeah.
When you saw Guillermo del Toro put himself in,
I just don't understand what is happening.
Yeah, all right. Let's actually kind of like dissect what we saw, right? As best as we can.
Okay.
All right. So there was 4 gameplay sections from what I think there was more. I think there was like 5 or 6. The first one is him literally in a field with a gigantic backpack, is what I'm assuming, with a baby, which I'm assuming is still being, in development. I think that's just like the embryo or like, the fetus, as much as I like to say.
Uh-huh.
And then also, can I just say he fell off a cliff and the baby's alive.
Baby first, mind you. He fell off the cliff. Baby
he literally
first.
fell. The baby's on his stomach, and he fell on his stomach.
How do you... The baby broke your fall. That's fucked up, bro.
This is literally Yoshi's Island, but on fucking steroids. On Yoshi's Island, you have to protect
Was the baby less
Mario.
important than the gear he was carrying on his back?
I guess so. I don't know. Like, speaking of the baby, right? All right, this goes into the next scene that we talked about. That we're going to talk about. They're in like a facility. And then there's a baby that's like getting the nutrients and stuff, right? And then he's talking about like...
Wasn't it called Mama?
Yeah. No. That was the one after it.
Oh, okay.
That's with Ellen fucking Page. He had him like attached to a wall. And also, yes.
Some nice ladder gameplay going on.
Man can randomly just pull up a ladder out of nowhere. But anyway, yeah, like, it's just so weird. Like, they say, like, babies can't live. That's what I heard, and then I'm just so confused. I just have several questions about this game that I have. I came into this trailer
not knowing much about the game, and I left the trailer still not knowing much about the game.
Yeah. Honestly, and also, it didn't really show too much gameplay. The other stuff was cutscenes.
Keep it with me. Are you interested in this?
If we're being honest, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. It's like, there was a whole bunch of hype just because it's Kojima. But I'm like, It just doesn't look...
Visually, it looks appealing.
I know Kojima's known for a more cinematic approach to his video games. I mean, just look at the Metal Gear Solid series.
That's very true.
Like, his magnum opus, essentially. But with this one, at least with Metal Gear Solid, there were some good stealth sections in between. This, it just looks like Baby Simulator with cutscenes.
I feel like maybe this might be one of those kind of games where you're not going to understand what's going on until you actually play it. You think he's hiding it personally?
So it's intentionally going to be...
I don't know, but why else would it be like that, you know?
I don't know. I mean, Kojima's a very cinematic kind of guy. He always leaves things for interpretation kind of thing. Like I say, just look back to his Metal Gear Solid, his series. That's what it was most of the time. And then, we had invisible babies.
That actually freaked me the fuck out. So... let's move a little forward to the end. This chick came out with a baby on her wrist that was invisible. She kind of looked like Ellen Page.
That's what I just assumed it was Ellen Page.
Yeah, the more I look at her,
the more you start to see it is her.
Yeah, this looks like Ellen Page.
Yes, and then look, invisible baby.
That's so creepy, dude. I don't know, bro.
And then they leave Mars.
But look, you see, the more they get closer, the more it doesn't look like Ellen Page. You see that, right? That close up.
Yes, I will admit. Yes, you're right. Also, what is that thing? It looks like handcuffs. That's attached to them.
I think that's what's attached to them. But I don't understand. Like, she's the mama, I guess. Is she like the queen?
I don't know. I I originally thought that there was no women in this universe. So
no, we were just speculating. Like what's happening? Like, we're the woman. We thought for a second, would a monster is the woman or would a monster is the babies? But now we know it seems like the enemies were like the babies.
I guess.
I guess.
This is
I don't know.
All speculation at this point because there's a reason that this baby has to be important, right? Why there's no reason why he would actually essentially be like its carrier, its mother, giving it the nutrients that it needs. I mean, look at it. It's not even fully developed yet. Oh my lord, I'm just so confused at this point, dude.
I have nothing but confusion left. So I think
confuse me.
I think we should just move on.
Yes.
All right. So what's next? What's next?
Oh gosh, after seeing that, I don't even know what's next. Oh yes. Would you like to?
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So let's start with this one.
Oh lord.
So coming out of the news the other day, I believe, over 100 employees got laid off at Game Informer. Mm-hmm. So it's not looking too good for Game Informer right now. I do, as far as I know, they're still doing magazines for right now, but when they cut off that much staff at one point, all at once, and it keeps happening on a consistent basis, not just through Game Informer, but just throughout GameStop as a whole company, it's not a good look. You know?
No, it isn't. I mean, GameStop for the past couple of years, or for a very long time now, has been struggling. I mean, they can't even sell themselves for another company to actually purchase them at this point.
But as far as I know, they're still doing Game Informer magazines. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, man.
I'm gonna ask you: have you actually read Game Informer in the last year?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
maybe a few months ago.
Like a few months ago?
2 months ago.
I know.
I picked up a magazine. It was kind of interesting. I was like, okay, so just something to read while I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fine. I get. I still have the GameStop Elite membership, so I get them emailed.
You have the Elite, not the Pro, the Elite.
Oh no. That's what I meant. I forgot that they dropped the Elite. Yes, the Pro membership.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but, I mean, hey, I go to GameStop somewhat occasionally, so getting discounts off pre-owned games, that's all right.
Yeah, coming where we come from, it's just there's no There's pretty much no other places to get games from besides like mom and pop shops. We don't live near any like
I only know of
big chain, like, you know what I'm saying, Target, other places that sell
I mean, when it comes to games, I do not go to Target whatsoever.
Yeah, a lot of people just download the games now too, honestly, but
yeah. I mean, in the area, I only know of 2 places that still has like mom and pop shops around here, and like in the like a 3-mile radius. There's one in Flushing where it's like a Chinese owned one, or it's owned by a Chinese guy, and the other one is over here around where I live, which is it's kind of a walk, but
Forgive me for saying this, but I still feel a little old school. I like having the physical, bro.
Same.
I just like having the physical in my hand.
No, like I'm 100% the same way. Like I like downloading my games from occasionally just because it's easier, but having a physical copy of a game that you've been looking forward to for a while just feels good, don't you think?
Yeah, and relating things back to Game Informer, you know what I mean? Like I just like having like something physical in my hand that I can read. That has to pertain to gaming. You know what I mean? Like it's convenient. You know what I mean? It's always good to just see that, as opposed to just seeing stuff off the internet. It's like something physical you can hold in your hand. But yeah, it kind of just sucks. But hey, what can you say, right?
Yeah, I mean, the more we go into the future, the more easy it is just to choose to download a lot of things.
Yeah, no, and downloading things is great. But when it comes to certain things, especially my video games, I just like to have it in my hand.
I know. I mean, there is going to be a time. There's going to be a time when some companies are going to take the step and stop doing physical editions.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna stop buying physical games too. Like that's just that. I like having the physical is what I'm saying, but I'm saying is I understand where the trajectory is going. Like, like nobody buys fucking physicals for PC games anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, the last time I've seen a physical copy of a PC game was Civilization 6 in Target.
Oh god,
that's it.
All right. What else is going on? All right. Relating this back from the last stuff we were talking about, the Avengers gameplay.
Yes.
Back in the news, Sony is back.
Sony in the news once again,
and then again right after this. So Sony has acquired Insomniac Games. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could have sworn that they already owned some. Wait, no, they didn't own it.
Wait, actually, hold on.
Weren't they the ones that actually? They did something for Xbox. Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. I completely forgot about that.
And also the creators of Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, actually. So Sony basically has them under their pocket now, right?
Ratchet and Clank was already exclusive to PS4, right?
Yes, but
and
not
so
the
was Spiderman.
Studio. Yeah, but not the studio behind it.
So they kind of swindled them.
Yes.
Swindled them. They're like, hey, come make these exclusives, my guy.
No, come make these exclusives.
Oh, you like that money? Come with us.
Xbox ain't got shit right now. Come with us.
Sunset Overdrive ain't sell too well, huh? Just come on. Just come with us. Come on. Just come with us.
You remember when Microsoft said we have good exclusives? That is a Gears of War Halo.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yo. But yeah. So now they're on their Sony studio.
Yo, I'm hoping actually that with this we see a brand new Ratchet and Clank game.
I don't want to see a brand new Ratchet and Clank game.
What? Why?
I want to see a brand new IP from Insomniac. Period.
Dude, do you know when's the last time they made an original Ratchet and Clank game?
Honestly, I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game.
Excuse me?
Never played it.
Say psych.
I even had a PSP. I never played it.
Say psych right now.
You gotta understand, PlayStation was my first system. PS4 was my first PlayStation system. Remember that.
Oh, yes.
Remember that. Never played it, bro.
You know what's funny, too? PS3 was the only PlayStation I never had.
Never played it, man.
I have PS1, PS2, I have PS4, but not PS3. Just because all my friends had Xbox, so I'm like, alright. Fuck it. I'm gonna just play that. But I'm personally hoping that they make a original Ratchet and Clank game. I'm not talking about some shit that ties in with the movie. I'm talking about a brand new original Ratchet and Clank game from the ground up.
They only put out a few games. They've only put out a game every few years.
And also think about it, right? How many? How many franchises or how many games that are rated E for everyone that Sony has that are like that's exclusive to it? You remember Sly Cooper?
No. Fuck. What's that? Knack.
And
Knack 2.
Knack. Best video game ever.
You ready for Knack 3, the Knackquel?
Oh, God, have fucking mercy. Knack 3, the Knack-a-get-it. Fuck it out. Oh, but like...
Knackpocalypse.
I just miss, like, like, I know I can go to Nintendo for, like, my platformers and stuff, but what about Sony?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Traditional
3D? Knackpocalypse, but, like, instead of the E, it's like a 3.
Oh, for the love of fucking God. Yo. Knack is like...
Knack 3, baby. Oh, okay, all right.
I swear to God, it's like Knack is like the Shrek of fucking video games at this point. It's such a
but that's when Knack they were doing something with their Share Factory thing.
What happened?
The Playroom is what I meant to say.
It's like how many games
they stopped supporting their camera. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's like remember back in PS2, PS3, we had Sly Cooper, we had Ratchet and Clank, we had what's that other one? Jack and Daxter. We had some very good 3D platformers that appeal to all audiences, and now we sort of moved away from that. When I feel like that has its place. I mean, look at Rayman Legends.
I would argue that Spider-Man is a game for everybody.
Yes, but it has like I'll talk about.
It has some graphic things, but
it's like
at the end of the day, who doesn't love Spider-Man?
Oh no one. I mean, Spider-Man definitely helps it. I'm just really I would like to have a little bit more of some more 3D platformers or just like fun games like Ratchet and Clank to come back. I think it's been long overdue. Speaking of which,
I feel like I agree with you in that aspect, but I feel like instead of just remaking those games, I feel like they should just make new games.
Okay, if they make new games in the similar style to like 3D platformers, I'll be fine.
Insomniac doesn't make violent games like
no,
that.
I know.
Like what's the most violent Insomniac Games game you've seen in the last 5 years? Sunset Overdrive with those little zombies, like
I guess,
bro, they had like orange blood, bro. No, I'm not jacking.
I don't know. I never paid attention and gave a shit about Sunset Overdrive. If we're being honest,
I thought it looked cool, but I was on PlayStation, so hey.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I want to see next from them though, before they make a new IP or another Ratchet and Clank or whatever they choose to do.
Yes.
Another Spider-Man, baby. Come on, give it to me. You know I want it. Come on. Listen, they can take 2 years. Use the same engine and just build up upon it what they already did, and I feel like we'd be working with a very good Spider-Man game.
Yes.
2 to 3 years.
Well, I'm happy if they just kept that Spider-Man game like how it is. If they make another one that's somewhat similar, perfect.
Bro, wouldn't you want a sequel, bro?
Yeah. Yes, I would like a sequel, but if it doesn't happen, I'll still be fine. Because Spider-Man.
Nah, bro, that shit sold a lot.
Okay, then you'll be fine.
They are gonna make a sequel.
Then you'll be fine. But I know personally, I would like to have some more Ratchet and Clank. Hell, bring back some old franchise. I want some Sly Cooper. Yo, and better yet, why don't they bring? This is completely off topic.
I don't think Sly Cooper sold that well.
No, but why not bring the fucking collection to PS4?
It's not already on PS4?
No, it's on PS Vita.
Oof. All right.
Who the fuck plays the Vita in 2019 if you're not in Japan?
Damn, you just offended some people, man.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, good for Sony, I guess. Another Sony making these big business decisions. And speaking of Sony making big business decisions,
the big topic of today,
we're gonna have to separate this and give this its own little highlight.
Yes.
But what's been in the news, everybody has been talking about. Everybody and their moms are talking about for the last 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man is getting the boot out the MCU, my guy.
Sony was like, yoink! I'm taking my shit back.
This is like a kid.
No more.
This is like a kid who at the playground who gets tired of sharing his toys, and he starts bullying the other kids.
This is my shit. I regret. Well, no, I don't regret, but like, yo, I let you share with a little bit, but your time is up.
Okay, seriously though, what do you think of this?
What I think of it is, how was it like exactly? Like, were they gonna was Marvel trying to renegotiate a deal with them?
Okay, so let me explain what went down.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
So for those of you who are not aware, okay, so the deal that Marvel and Sony had prior to this,
yes,
back in I think it was 2015 or 2016,
probably 2015.
Was they said, okay, we're gonna have Spider-Man come into the MCU, they're gonna do a deal for 5 movies.
Yes.
5 movies, and those movies were Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and the 2 Spider-Man movies, Homecoming and Far From Home. Mm-hmm. That was the deal.
Yes.
So basically, what we're talking about splits. Their original deal was Marvel get 5% of all the money they make, right?
Yes.
They get 5 out of all that, and Sony keeps the 95.
That's very small.
But
yes,
Marvel has all the merchandising rights.
Okay, so which means that they can sell as many like Spider-Man hats or things that they want to.
Exactly. So they can use all the Far From Home merchandising. Marvel gets all that.
Okay.
That's the deal they had going on.
All right, so now, wait, explain to me then, right? So now that Sony basically has Spider-Man once again for themselves, they're not sharing any of their shares anymore.
But hold on.
Yes.
This is what happened.
Uh-huh.
So they wanted to renegotiate because the 5-deal plan they had.
Who wanted to renegotiate?
I mean, the contract was over.
But who wanted to renegotiate is what I was trying to say.
I mean, just natural in business to renegotiate.
Oh,
Marvel wanted to ask for more money.
Really?
Marvel didn't. So the original plan was they were getting 5%. Marvel asked for 50%.
Oh, so half and half.
They said, okay, thank you for the 5%. Let's go 50-50. Mm-hmm. As you know, Spider-Man was just the highest grossing Sony movie.
Yes.
Their highest grossing of all time. And Sony, for Spider-Man Far From Home, made over $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Marvel saw that. They was like, okay, you want some of that money too. Let's go half and half. Sony said, no, we don't want to go half and half.
Uh-huh.
But Sony also wanted to renegotiate something that was probably more than 5%.
Yes.
But Marvel turned that down. Mm-hmm. So basically, business 101. You make your offer.
Yes.
I make my rebuttal. Mm-hmm. You say no. All right. So we're gonna take our producer. We're gonna take Kevin Feige.
Yes.
And we're gonna go home. And you're getting the boot from the MCU. You're not gonna be in any more movies. Mm-hmm. And you cannot reference anything about Marvel anymore. Because you gotta understand. I know we didn't see Far From Home, but if you've seen the trailer, it was Tony Stark. Mm-hmm. And Tony Stark played like his death played a huge part in that movie.
Yes, I know.
So it's like go from that in the last movie to now not being able to make any sort of Marvel reference to the MCU at all. Mm-hmm. And Tom Holland is still on the contract for 2 more movies.
Yes. It
kind of makes it hard. It puts Sony in a very difficult position. Because that was the main driving force.
I would say that Tony Stark was the main driving force of this version of Spider-Man's this version of Peter Parker.
Yeah, and you gotta understand he was introduced in the MCU, not in a Sony movie.
Yes, he was literally introduced in Civil War because Tony wanted to look for someone because he heard stories about this kid that got bit by a spider that's saving in New York City. He's like, okay, who the fuck is this? All right, I don't want him to go down the path that we're going through. I want to see if I can help him. Essentially, making him his son.
Right, and Tony and Peter had a bunch of iconic moments throughout the whole time they had that partnership. How could we forget the Infinity War scene at the end?
I don't feel so good,
Mr. And Endgame, of course. How can we forget Endgame?
Exactly.
Just legendary moments, and it kind of sucks that now he's getting the boot out of the MCU. He will not be mentioned again in the MCU, mm-hmm. and vice versa. The MCU will not be mentioned in the Spider-Man.
It's gonna be incredibly weird.
They basically are putting him in the same position that the other Spider-Man franchises were in. Mm-hmm. It's very weird, honestly. But yeah.
Well, the thing is that whatever they decide to do with Spider-Man now, I mean, as long as they're able to tell their own story that is at least relatively good. Hey, I still love the old Spider-Man movies to a certain extent. I mean, it's possible that they can salvage something out of all of that, but like you say, it's going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm. Let me also throw something that you may not have known.
Yes.
So the rumors were the next movie mm-hmm. might be about Uncle Ben dying again. And so because of this, Uncle Ben was trending on Twitter yesterday saying that they don't want to see Uncle Ben die again for the 4th time.
We know it happens.
Because do you realize that, right? This will be I think the 4th time. 3rd or 4th time.
Yes, wait. Uncle Ben died in the original in 2002. He died in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Not Amazing Spider-Man 2, but you know what I mean.
So the third time.
Yeah. Can I just say that in Into the Multiverse, this is a spoiler, but you probably know this.
Let me guess. Uncle Ben died?
But it's not Uncle Ben.
All right.
It's Spider-Man's uncle. It's not Ben, but...
All right, whatever. All right, so somebody died. All right, great hero, great power, great responsibility.
Great responsibility. We all know how it works. It's been told time and time again. But, I mean...
It's sad. Honestly, this was just a money move.
Yes, I mean, Marvel asked for 50%.
It was purely a money move.
50%.
Keep in mind, Mickey Mouse owns everything, bro.
Yes. Disney owns everything at this point. I mean, how they own
everything.
They own Star Wars. They own Marvel. Like,
actually, let me pull up this meme. I'll put it in the chat. I don't know if you saw this.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me show it to you.
Oh my, this is gonna be such a weird time period for Spider-Man now because I love Spider-Man. You know that. Let me see. Oh yeah, I've seen that.
They just have the Infinity Gauntlet and they just own everything, bro.
I mean, what do you think of all this? Like, you personally?
I understand why it happened, but it's sad that it had to be this way.
Yes.
Nothing good really lasts forever, and when that much money starts getting being made between those two companies...
You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry to cut you off right here, but have you ever seen the show Shark Tank?
Yes.
All right, so you know those types of... those moments when the person brings up, like, you know, oh, if you help me, you get like 30% of my business. Or maybe 20%. That's their initial offering, right? One of them is like, fuck that. I'm taking 50% and I'm going to give you what you want. And then they ask for like ludicrous amounts of like percentage for the holding of their IP. And then they're like, nah. I remember there was one time where I forgot what's his name, but he offered like I think $500,000 for 80% of the company.
Yeah.
80%.
And he said no?
He said no. Dude, I mean 80%. You're only stuck with 20. Like, I understand if you need the investment.
It is kind of like that, but you know what it's like? It's like saying like, hey, let's go into business. Mm-hmm. 5% for how much? All right, bet. I'll take the 5% deal.
There you go.
All right, our contract's over. Let's renegotiate.
Yes, I got you. What's
up?
I
want 50%. Give me 50.
Why?
Just give me 50. And then he's like, no, I don't want 50.
No, I don't want to give a 50%.
And Marvel was like, well, fuck you then. And then they left.
All right, then. Fuck you, too.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. Oh, God. I know it's business. And I know it's money, but come on, man. Like, I know they don't give a shit. Well, they probably don't care. The fact that so many people just adore this. I think that's actually the reason why. They know that so many people adore this superhero. They know that no matter what movie or project they'll make, they'll buy into it. So Marvel's like, all right, yo, we put Spider-Man back on the map because you guys failed to do it. He's now a household name again. 50%. Kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But, hey, man, it just all came down to the money. But that's unfortunate. But hey.
Yeah, it sucks, but hey,
I think that's a good place. I think that's a good place to end this conversation off.
Yes, honestly. I think that is actually.
All right. I think we're coming up on.
We're about to hit the
39-minute mark.
Yes, almost 40 minutes. It's gonna probably be 40 minutes, but anyway. So, if you guys enjoyed, once again,
yeah, definitely. Oh, wait, before we end this thing, hold up. Hold up.
What's up?
I gotta mention this on record. 10 weeks in a row.
10 weeks in a row?
We've been going 10 weeks in a row. A lot of people might be asking, why you're on episode 9? How are you 10 weeks in?
You see, we have episode 1.5.
That was a little 1.5 episode. So if you missed that, go check that one out.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely our E3 analysis part 2, essentially.
You already know. If you don't know already, you can listen on any other platform. You listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, and a whole bunch of other podcast networks you can watch and listen on. Video version on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Saturday, live streamed at 9 in the morning Eastern Time. I repeat, that's Saturday, 9 in the morning Eastern Time.
Once again,
Saturday.
Shout outs to the people that come and watch the premiere. You guys are the greatest. But, you know, everyone is, how would you say?
What do you mean?
Just like shout outs to the people that actually come.
Shout out to the people who just come in and show love.
Yes.
Shout out to the people who just pop out and just actually be up, waking up with us and just, you know what I'm saying, enjoying this content, you know? Mm-hmm. But hey, I think that's been about it. So yeah, my name is AJ.
And my name is Arthur.
And this has been the Loading Podcast, episode 9, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, we'll see you later.